Every Arsenal fan around the world, Charlie. When I get Papa. And Charlie, my rivals for the Twitter there, to fake them, then Kobo Sports them to see this information.
Sancho, this is the right time to reply you. With my get past you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Kobo Sports Room. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about football. We discuss football, we do previews and reviews, player profile, and others. Make sure you click on the subscribe button, press the post notification bell, follow us on our social media platform. This is your review of the big game review of the Arsenal versus Manchester United game. Big game where it ended 3-2 against Arsenal. Arsenal title hopes over. Yes, we'll discuss it here, whether it is over or not. But Arsenal lost by 3-2 against Manchester United. Goal scored by Brian Mbeumo, and on goal by Lisandro Martinez, Miguel Merino, and Patrick Dogu, and then Matheus Cunha in the latter part of the game, 87th minute after Miguel Merino's goal. So, yes, it was 3-2 against Arsenal at the Emirates. This is where it gets tricky at the Emirates, you know. But we'll discuss the game here. So make sure you are here with us. Stick and stay here with us. Let's go, you know. When the lineup came for Manchester United, I saw what Michael Carrick wanted to do. By the way, Michael Carrick is the interim coach, and it is their, you know, their bedtime. It is their honeymoon time, because Manchester United sacked their coach. They didn't appoint a new coach right after they sacked the coach, but they appointed an interim manager or an interim coach coming in to come and, you know, calm the situation down, because the situation at Manchester United after Ruben Amorim was sacked was not good. It was not good at all, because look at the game, Michael Carrick is winning. Now, when you look at Ruben Amorim and you look at the game, he was losing. In the game, he wasn't winning, he was drawing. It looks as if it is opposite, extreme opposite. But Michael Carrick has come in and as an interim manager, supported by Steve Holland, and he's doing really well. He has won 2 big games for Manchester United. That is what interim managers or interim coaches do for you. So they are at their honeymoon. They are at their bedtime right now. One against Manchester City and also one against Arsenal. The 2 top teams on top of the table. That is what an interim manager does for you. Now, when the lineup came for Manchester United, I saw that no, they are in for something. They are in for a bigger, you know, results. Because look at the lineup. The lineup with Patrick Dogu and then with that 4, you know, defenders was sensing one thing. The lineup with Brian Mbeumo as the striker, or the Brian Mbeumo in front, was sensing something to Arsenal. Yes. So you have Amad Diallo, you have Brian Mbeumo. It means one thing. There is going to be a lot of runs in front there. If Manchester United defend with the 5-back system, they defend with Patrick Dogu with the defenders, that is the 4 defenders. So Patrick Dogu comes back to come and help the defense, and then unleash Amad Diallo and Brian Mbeumo to go forward with the support of Bruno Fernandes doing the distribution and the pass. And I'm not sure Bruno Fernandes will get the assist. Obviously, it is Bruno Fernandes. He's going to get the assist. That one is no news. So I'm not saying it's because of that Bruno Fernandes got the assist, because it's no news. Bruno Fernandes will get the assist. He will get the goals. But Patrick Dogu coming back to come and support the defenders, and then unleashing Brian Mbeumo and Amad Diallo. There was going to be a lot of runs in the Manchester United game. He didn't play any striker. Benjamin Sesko was on a bench. Matheus Cunha was on a bench. If he had played Benjamin Sesko, it was going to limit their runs. And that is why Michael Carrick decided to go in with Brian Mbeumo and also Amad Diallo as one of the attackers. And yes, you ask yourself, why is Patrick Dogu operating as a winger here? He's doing extra job. He is operating as a winger and also operating as a defender when they are defending. He comes back to come and help the defense. The defense becomes a tribal shape with Dalot and Patrick Dogu unleashing the attack or helping the attack. So that was the tactical, variation. That was the tactical, shape Michael Carrick went in a game with. I saw it and I saw that no, they are in for a bigger result. It's either a draw or a win for Manchester United. And Arsenal, Arsenal is their first loss in about 12 to 11 games. It's not the end of the world. But where it makes it tricky is that Arsenal were leading by 7 points. Now, Manchester City won their game and Arsenal lost their game. So Manchester City Arsenal is leading Manchester City by just 4 points. And 4 points is one lost and one draw away from Manchester City coming back to the top. Now, where it makes it difficult for Arsenal is that Manchester City, when they go past the Chelsea, they can go 9 games non-stop, 10 games non-stop, 11 games non-stop. That is where it gets tricky for Arsenal in the league. Are they bottling the league? That is the story for another day. But Arsenal, I think on the night the defense wasn't really well. I mean, the Arsenal defense, we knew the William Salibas, the Gabriel Magalhaes, the Julian Timber, and then the likes. I think on the day the defenders was a bit down, and then the goalkeeper that is David Raya didn't also help them because Manchester United had about 4 shots on targets. David Raya couldn't even save one. As a matter of fact, they had 3 shots on target. David Raya couldn't even save one. Now, Sam Lamine, on the other hand, saved 3 shots. He saved 3 shots on target. He made 3 saves for Manchester United. So on the day, Sam Lamine was helpful for Manchester United, but the David Raya, on the other hand, wasn't helpful for Arsenal. Now, David Raya as a goalkeeper, it doesn't speak well for David Raya because in big games, this is where you are needed in big games. You see, this is where David Raya is needed. Now, one thing we realized that the passes, Manchester United also had a lot of passes. Now, Manchester United on a normal day against Arsenal on a normal day can have like 550 something passes, and Manchester United can have like 200 or something passes. Now, on here, Manchester United had 364 passes. Arsenal had 443 passes. It was very close. It was very, 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 very close. So you see, Arsenal on the day didn't do much. Manchester United, with their interim manager, is doing something better. They are passing their ball. They are unleashing their counter-attacks well. They are doing really, really, really well against the big team because they have played against Manchester City and they have also played against Arsenal, the league leader, the title leaders, the title pretenders. Now, what does this do for Manchester United? This game boost Manchester United confidence. It boosts their top 4 confidence because the league is nowhere. We still have some games to go. It is 38 games and we are just playing 22 games, so there is still a long way to go. It boosts Manchester United Champions League hopes. Now it is not going to look good for Manchester United to win against these big teams and lose against the small teams. Now, that has always been the story of Manchester United. Even Ruben Amorim, as in certain big games, he will win the game or he will get results. But in the small games, he will not get the results. So this Manchester United, I think they will do something better. And I think the small teams, they will play it well and they are going to win the small teams. Now, it makes it very difficult for Chelsea and Liverpool to compete for the top 4. The English teams are doing well in the European pedestal, in the Champions League, and even in the Europa League and then the Conference League. It is possible that the 5th slot will come to England and then Spain as well. But Manchester United are doing something better. They are doing something great. Now, Patrick Dogu, the story of Patrick Dogu has changed. The destiny of Patrick Dogu and then Kobbie Mainoo has changed. Casemiro is going. Kobbie Mainoo, that was why Manchester United didn't want to leave Kobbie Mainoo to go. Because if they had sold Kobbie Mainoo, Casemiro is leaving Manchester United. Who is going to take the midfield? Kobbie Mainoo is going to take the midfield. He has the ability to take the midfield. He has the capacity to take the midfield. So Kobbie Mainoo is a crucial player for Manchester United. I can understand why they didn't want to let him go. Even on loan, they didn't let to sanction the loan deal for Kobbie Mainoo. Kobbie Mainoo takes the role for the defensive midfield or for the central midfield role for Manchester United here for Casemiro to go. So, I mean, Patrick Dogu, the story of Patrick Dogu. he was tipped as the worst player at Manchester United. Now an interim coach or an interim manager comes in, and the story of Patrick Dogu changes. He is scoring, he is assisting, he is playing well. The role he's playing at Manchester United right now is he's doing really, really well at his role. So Patrick Dogu, big shout outs to me. Yesterday, I think he was my man of the match, but the man of the match was given to Harry Maguire. He also did really, 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 really well. He was tackling, he was, intercepting, he was doing clearances and all of that. So Harry Maguire also was doing well at the back there for Manchester United. Now Arsenal have conceded 16 goals. It's still safe and sealed. It is safe and sealed. Arsenal will not be able to break the record. Now this record is very difficult for you to break. It is very, 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 very difficult for you to break. When you look at the way Arsenal were conceded, looking at the starting of the season, I was even surprised when they said we are going to break the 15 goals record, the 15 goals conceded. We are going to break the record. The Jose Mourinho record is at risk. We are going to break it and all of that, bro. You don't use these players to break that record. That team had William Carvalho. That team had Alex. That team had John Terry as the defenders. You cannot break that record with these defenders. It was always going to come to a point where Arsenal concede more than the 16 goals. I think they're going to concede close to 25, 26 goals. Because this one is going to open the floodgates. 3 goals at the Emirates. It doesn't happen like that. And it's going to open the floodgates for other teams to score more against Arsenal. So I think they are going to concede like 25. They are four goals away from conceding 20 goals. So I think they are going to concede more. So what it does for the Chelsea team is that their record after about 22, 23 years, it is still safe. Now Roy Keane says something. We are going to analyze it. He says something at I think Premier League, Sky Sport Premier League. He said that even if Manchester United get the top 4 or top 4 place in the league, I won't be convinced that Michael Carrick is the man for the job. They need a bigger and a better manager. Yes, I think I agree with him. But I think that, it might come as, not the right time, right? Not the right statement at the right time. But I think going forward, I think I agree with him. Now, I agree with him if Michael Carrick is not going to continue like this and the results is going to be like, like this. Inconsistency in the results. If Michael Carrick continues to turn out consistent results, I think they should give him the job for like 2 years or 1.5 years for Michael Carrick. But if the results is going to be inconsistent, I don't think he's the man for the job. Even the Manchester United fans, they know he's not the man for the job. He is an interim manager. He is an interim coach. He is there to solve certain problems. He is there to give a bit of lifeline for Manchester United. He is not there to solve their problems. He is not there to solve their whole problems. He is not there to take Manchester United to glory. There is managers for that. There are coaches for that who can take Manchester United to glory, and not Michael Carrick. If he's not going to turn out consistent results. So I think in a way, I agree with Roy Keane. He knows why he's saying that, and it's not like he hates Michael Carrick. He doesn't hate Michael Carrick. You think Roy Keane will not like to see Manchester United win trophies? No, that's not the case. I think Roy Keane would love to see Manchester United win the games or win trophies. When you look at the way he speaks, bro, he has some pain in him. So if he's saying he's not going to give Michael Carrick the job, even if they get the top 4, because he knows that the Manchester United team, after spending millions, after getting Benjamin Sesko, after getting Matheus Cunha, after getting all these players, after getting Brian Mbeumo, they deserve to be in the top 4. They deserve to be in the top 4. So you are not going to get the top 4 to sort of be like a fracadam to come for the job for like, let's say 5 or 4 years. No, he knows that they deserve to be in the top 4. As a matter of fact, top 4 is the least, is the bare minimum for Manchester United. If Leon Rizonier was there, an interim manager for Chelsea, and he was doing really, really well like this, I am not giving him the job just because he's getting top 4 for Chelsea. Chelsea deserve to be in the top 4. So it's not like he's doing something extra. Oh, So, ladies and gentlemen, drop all your comment down below. But my eye get Sancho, my eye get Arsenal. You will see. Drop all your comment down below. Let me know your comments. What do you think about the Arsenal Manchester United game? What do you think went wrong for Arsenal? Drop all your comment down below. All Arsenal fans, I need you here. Michael Carrick, the best manager in the world right now. Michael Carrick, the best coach in the world right now. Thank you so much for your time. Take care of yourself. My name is Kobo. This is Kobo Sports Room. And peace.